Rock, rock. What's great, y'all? I'm Henry Rock Johnson. You are now tuned in to Rock Radio. Now, what I want to talk about on today's episode, I'm seeing this 50 worst rappers viral list. Some of these names on here are preposterous. Like, what are you putting these people on there for? I know you doing it to go viral. I mean, we do all have our own music taste, whatever, but all of these artists on this list have viable fan bases. But we just gonna break down some of the people I feel shouldn't be on there, some of the people that I think should be on there, and then we're gonna reflect on that. So, all right, this list was definitely made to be shared. Like in the viral era, you kind of gotta be outlandish to get attention. In a sense, I just choose to be myself. But anywho's, we're gonna go over this list because some of these artists that are on there have Grammys and platinum albums. Like you cannot be whack and have platinum albums and go Grammys. Granted, you have to be popular. You might have the machine push behind you, but there is some way, shape, or form amidst even all of that. There has to be some good music. It has to be some pretty decent rapping if people like your song. I mean, the spirits in the music, of course, right? Let's break down this list, man. I'm gonna start with the 10 honorable mentions, probably 10 to 12, because it's a couple. I know I'm not gonna be able to cover everybody, not in one episode at least. And then again, this is a subjective list, and I don't listen to all these artists, but the ones I listen to and I don't agree with, I'm standing on them. So I'm gonna go through about 20, 25 of them, 10 that like definitely like no you're not supposed to be on here. I have about 10 to 15 more of artists who kind of are on the borderline, but I like a second tier, you know what I'm saying? Second tier. And then it's 5 rappers like, no, you're trash. To me. All right, in my honorable mentions list, my first name I'm going to bring up is Flo Rida. Flo Rida had global hits. Okay, he's not spitting hip hop bars or nothing like that. He's making party music. He's making international feel good music. You have to take this man off that list. Number 9 on my honorable mention, Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. 281-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low because Mike Jones about to blow. Come on, man. That was a helly marketing scheme back in 2005. Mike Jones was like one of the cornerstones that had the Houston movement moving back in 2005. So you can't just disrespect Mike Jones. I mean, dog fell off to the point where he was doing attorneys commercials and stuff like that. But you can't just disrespect the man's marketing scheme. And he was catchy too. So you can't disrespect Mike Jones. Another one on here is my boy Chief Keef Sosa. I ain't had to do him like that. He was a pioneer of Chicago drill music back in 2012. So in a sense, it's just like dude had a nice career. You know what I'm saying? Like, Young Chop on the beat had them sounding right. They had the chemistry going together, and they took it to the top. So he's not like the worst rapper for that to me. Another one of the artists I don't feel that needs to be on here is Playboi Carti. Playboi Carti new album, I Am Music, slapped so hard from beginning to end. And like I kind of liked him since Magnolia because it's just like the new rage hip hop era. Him and Lil Uzi Vert and artists in that line. So next to Lil Uzi Vert, I think of Playboi Carti when it comes to the rage hip hop movement. So you can't have him on here, man. Some of his songs really do slide. Memphis Bleek. Memphis Bleek is a perfect example of a role player. We know Jay-Z was the star of the rock, whatever. But Memphis Bleek was the role player, and he played his role very well. He didn't overstep his boundaries, and he had a solid career. He had a few hits. You know what I'm saying? That 534 was actually a good album. Now, Slim Jxmmi from Ray Sherman does not need to be on this list. Sure, he's overshadowed by Sway Lee and his superstar prowess. That does not make Slim Jxmmi whack. Would I listen to a whole Slim Jxmmi album? I probably wouldn't. But I can manage to listen to him on some of the songs. Because Sway Lee didn't take the whole song all of the time. You can't have Tyga on there. He did came out from under Wayne, and he's had a consistent, solid career. Like, you cannot discount. Taste was a huge hit. Taste definitely was a huge hit. You can't discount that. You can't discount Rack City. You can't discount when people have hits. You cannot take it away from them at all. We gonna go to my boy Shaquille O'Neal next, right? So I don't think he need to be on there because he is the greatest rapping athlete of all time. He had gold records. He had a song with Notorious B.I.G. So it's just like when you have a respected career as a hooper, like a Hall of Fame hoop career. I mean, and rapping is something you kind of just do for fun, and yet you still pull together the resources, and you got bars too, bro. You gotta respect that, for real, for real. 21 Savage actually has Grammys. He actually has a couple of nice albums where he shows some lyrical prowess and he shows some substance to his lyrics. And I've also produced a song with him, with Gucci Mane and Tone Tone. It's called Down. It was on East Atlanta Santa 2, Gucci Mane. Listen to that now. Another artist that I know that doesn't deserve to be on this list is Birdman, aka Baby, Cash Money. Come on, man. Y'all can't discount this man. This man is a rap mogul. He is the head of Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? Like, he stayed in his lane. Like, he talked that talk, he talked that boss talk on there. So he wasn't as lyrical as Lil Wayne or Juvenile or nothing like that. But when Baby was on the song, it definitely made you feel rich. Even when him and Wayne came out with like Father Like Son, you know what I'm saying? He held his own on like Father Like Son. Okay, like, you can't expect bars. You can't expect like golden metaphor bars. Everybody got their own story to tell, and that's what makes this list so subjective. And I definitely feel that is ludicrous that Ludacris is on this list. This man has Grammys. He's a cultural icon. He shaped early 2000s hip hop. Like, there is no way it's ludicrous that Ludacris is even on this list. And I don't have to say anything else about that. Next up is YG. YG been holding down West Coast hip hop since the mid 2010s. You got to give that man respect, and he's kind of carried the torch in that aspect for the last 12 to 15 years on a pretty consistent basis. All right, one of my favorite rappers from the Limit back in the day, Silk the Shocker, bro. Silk the Shocker does not need to be on here at all. He is one of the icons of offbeat rapping. He held down his spot as a No Limit soldier, and he kind of birthed. Well, him and E42. E40 was more of an offbeat rapper too, but Silk the Shocker was like a pioneer when it comes to offbeat rapping. Okay, and this man actually does need his flowers. Like, one of the people that I'm gonna mention that deserves to be on this list kind of took this a little bit too far. All right, we got YFN Lucci. How y'all got YFN Lucci on there? Like, how? That man has his own style. He has carried the melodic trap thing in the last, let's say, 8 to 10 years. Key to the Streets is really blew him up. I know he just got out of prison not too long ago. But like he has classic mixtape after classic mixtape, banger after banger. So he's pretty consistent, and you can't discount that from him. Philadelphia Freeway, you got to take him off that list, man, because he was a unique gem on Rockefeller Records back in the early 2000s, and he has the classic "What We Do" flip side on his under his belt. So it's just like anybody who was under Jay in the early 2000s, like Jay ain't had nobody on the rock that couldn't lyrically hold their own. They just hating on him on this list because he was just so unorthodox with it, I guess. But no, Freeway definitely don't deserve to be on this list at all. Another person who doesn't deserve to be on this list, they got him at number one. Magoo, dog. Rest in peace, Magoo. You can't disrespect Timbo, brother. He kinda gave Timbo confidence as an artist, and he helped him carry Timbo's vision where he was able to attract bigger fish. Cause when I was listening to Timbo and Magoo back in the day, I mean that's when they started working together. Then that's when Tim started working with Jay-Z. Then all the bigger artists that he's worked with in his career. But it started because him and Magoo sat down and they just created music and they was real passionate about it. So rest in peace to Magoo, man. You don't deserve to be on this list, bro. Another rapper that actually doesn't deserve to be on this list is Bow Wow. That's right, Shad Boss does not deserve to be on this list. Let me tell you why. Okay, in the early 2000s, it was an influx of teenage rappers, and Bow Wow, out of the two main teenage rappers, it was him and Romeo, actually had a great career. And mind you, Romeo had P behind him. I mean, Bow had JD behind him too, and Snoop, he was related to Snoop. But however, Shad Moss was able to carve out a pretty decent career out of his music. Another name that does not deserve to be on here, Cassidy. Cassidy was a battle rapper. However, he turned that into some hits under Swiss Beats in the early 2000s. He had this nice little run, and even though he got ate up by Arsenal like 4 or 5 years ago, because I just watched that battle not too long ago when Arsenal and Cassidy battled. Even though he was trying to spit 2006 bars in 2025, he went viral. And he was on like making a cheesy beat, smoking like a blunt that was like the size of a paper clip. The dude still had a great career. I mean, he had legal trouble too, but he does not deserve to be on this list. All right, number 9 in the 10, like that don't deserve to be on here. Man, Chingy. Chingy was right after Nelly when it comes to St. Louis rappers. Like Won't Call Away, right there. Like, dude had a couple hits. He had a nice little run in the early 2000s and made St. Louis one of the hot spots in the hip hop game at that time. So you got to give that man some respect. And the last person I'm going to say that definitely does not deserve to be on this list is OJ the Juice Man. OJ the Juice Man does not deserve to be on this list. Before trap turned into trap, OJ the Juice Man was there. And Gucci had his back at the time, and he was able to carve a pretty nice career off, make the trap say, "Hey, I ain't mad at him." All right, there's two more honorable mentions that I want to slide in there. Bass God, bro. Bass God don't deserve to be on there either because he kind of opened the floodgate to be weird in rap. And at first, when he first started flooding the scene, I'm saying outside the pack in 2010, Like I thought he was a joke. Like he was getting views off of me just because I'm thinking like he's just so funny with how he was just saying stuff. Was he a lyricist? Not really. But for what he did for hip hop, he doesn't deserve to be on this list. And my last name that I'm going to mention before I go on to the names that definitely deserve to be on there is Riff Raff. Hey, if you go listen to that Sway in the Morning freestyle with Riff Raff. Riff Raff, when he was freestyling, that means he was freestyling. It wasn't no written, like Riff Raff. Riff Raff is unique, man. And I can't have him on this list, man. All right, so that's all with the good. Let's go to the bad. Let's name 5 rappers that I feel deserve to be on here. Now, mind you, I don't listen, and I haven't listened to everybody. I might do another video in the future going over some of the other names on the list too. But I'm going to tell you all back. They got it right with Blueface. Blueface definitely deserves to be on that list. Silk the Shocker opened up the gate to be an offbeat rapper, but at least Silk the Shocker put some substance in his offbeat rap. Blueface really didn't do that. So it's just like he can't really, I can't get down with him, man. Yes, I agree with him. He actually should be number one on this list. He's number one on my list. He should be number one on this list. Outside of Tatiana, and really Tatiana was really all the beat. Number two is Lil Pump. Now I actually tried to get down with Lil Pump when he dropped Gucci Gang, and I love it with Yeezy, but pretty much outside of that, he really doesn't have any substance, no depth, no anything like that. So I can't really get down with how he raps. All right, another rapper that I definitely know needs to be on this list is Kreayshawn. Only heard it one time. It was on that 2 Chainz True Religion mixtape, right? I heard her voice. So annoying. No substance. It was just fresh was just trash to me. So she definitely deserves to be on this list. A couple more artists I want to mention that deserve to be on this 50 worst rappers list is OG Maco. Now you guess it was just his little moment, but outside of that, his style, I really couldn't get down with all the yelling and all that unnecessary stuff that he was doing. So he definitely deserves to be on this list. Last but definitely not least, I'm gonna have to say Nicholas Cannon, right? Okay, he's good at making babies and producing Wildin' Out. And co-starring on Love Don't Cost a Thing. But outside of that, this dude had top-notch production for his time, and this still could not make the cut as a decent rapper. And they tried to push a couple of songs on us back in the day, but it was just like we was like, no man, it just doesn't work. You need to stick to acting, bro. So as I wrap this up for this episode, I just understand myself, and I hope you guys understand as well that this is a subjective list. There's people that hate Jay-Z and Tupac, but love some of these people that's on this list. Because again, each one of these artists actually has a fan base. But me personally, I'm drawing the line. If you got Grammys, if you got hits like plural, like I'm drawing the line there. You can't have them on there because you not whack if you coming up with hits and you producing Grammys and stuff like that, and platinum albums and double platinum and diamond albums. There's no way that you're supposed to be on this list if you're producing like that. So who do you guys think should be on this list? Was this list spot on, or was it some people that you would have took off, or you would have added on to it? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Rock Radio. Watch that next episode.